What's going on, man?
There he is. What's going on, brother? I see you got
I'm
all the
good, man.
t-shirts back there, or
What's
all that
that?
apparel.
That's right, boy. Somebody got to run a business here.
Love it,
Let
man.
me
I love
turn
it.
my volume up.
Oh, you having a hard time hearing me?
I got like 50 laptops up here, man, running this thing.
Yeah, I should be in. Mic'd up.
All right, look at this joke. Got a little mustache and beard, trying to be grown man now.
Oh, I need to shave, man. I like to keep mine low because mine don't grow in. It don't grow all the way in. So I be patchy.
Yeah, mine grow in, but it stopped. Like it get a little pocket right in there.
Yeah, see,
But
that's
it's
that's like mine.
yeah, but it's a full grown man. I'm just saying, baby.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. It's good to see you, man. It's been how many years?
It's been a minute, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even remember, man. Honestly, it's been a minute.
yeah. It's been a long time. I think it be over a decade.
It's been about 10 years. It's been that
Over
long?
that, man. Yeah, back in them HLFW days, man. That's 2000,
Nah, it was
7, 8,
2011 to
9.
13. It was 13.
Nah.
Yeah, well, it was yeah, it was 11, 12. Yes, it was. Because I was coming back from Asia in 2012. I moved over there 2000. It's been about 9, 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from my memory, it was oh 09, oh 10, oh 09, oh 09 and
I
10.
was in Asia. I went to Asia 2011. And so it had to be
I didn't see you after
2000.
you I didn't see you after you got back from Asia. I saw you before
But when
you
I
went
was
to
I
Asia.
was doing the shows when I was traveling back and forth from Asia. I was doing the shows, between 2011 and 2013 because I started when I went to Asia. So it's been about 9, 10 years.
I feel
It's
like I
close.
remember when you was like, I'm about to go to Asia. That's what I think I
Boy,
remember.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't had no money, boy, before then. So I know it wasn't happening before 2011 because I was trying to build that restaurant in College Park with my ex, man, and nah, my money wasn't right like that back then.
And I
So I
think I
know for a
remember you
fact,
talking about that restaurant too. Because I ended up getting
yeah,
into the restaurant industry after that. And that's where I had
yeah,
a
I
lot of
did.
my digital marketing success outside of
Uh-huh.
HLFW because I was able to take stuff that I was trying to do with Layla and
Right,
actually do it on those on the digital assets of the restaurants that I was working.
right. I
So,
think those type of jobs that you did were more on the lines of they were good, but they gave you a greater freedom to be able to yeah, brother still rip. I know you're checking that out. But
oh no,
you say that nigga still rip. Look at this. But
what's up?
um my point is that working on those types of platforms gave you the ability to it's not as high end like fashion. It's just a different, it's the
Correct,
same
correct.
type of structure, but it's just a different medium. It's a different type of program. And so, for me, dealing now with high-end fashion, that image and what we build has to be on that type of a portfolio when it comes to structure, content, building the content, marketing the content. It's a little bit different than a restaurant or that, anything outside of the fashion industry. Fashion industry is a whole genre within itself.
See, and I think that's what actually excites me about the opportunity because it allows me to really tap into the full potential of my creative because with the restaurants, I didn't get to be creative. I just was
Yeah, yeah,
capturing what was there. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? So
exactly.
now we really get to tap into creativity and script writing and
Right.
really dig into messaging and figuring out how we're going to really connect your audiences to the brand. So,
I think the biggest thing that you said while we were trying to get this video up and running was that you have to see my platform that I currently have established so that you can integrate whatever you're trying to do into that platform because I'm utilizing some of the tool sets that you may be looking at trying to apply. And so, like you were asking me the question, I didn't know it was called Facebook Pixels, but it's all set up.
right,
It's set up
right.
through my Yeah, yeah.
Through
And
the
so,
business manager. Yeah, no, it's real easy. Like business manager makes
well, I
sure that
can
you
show
set
you.
it up.
I can show you.
Yep.
I want to share the screen.
All right, hold on.
So just give me control. I can request for the control. Oh, I use this application 24/7 between Zoom and
You should be
Teams.
good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, let me use this one. And then I'm gonna overwrite you so you can see. Can you see the screen?
It's I
You're
see
looking at
myself.
yourself, right?
Yep.
Right. Not anymore though, right?
There we go.
Right. So basically, this is my Instagram. As you can see, a brother been working.
Oh yeah. No, your Instagram looks good, I think. I mean,
Right. And then you can see the platform and how I'm, structuring everything.
I will
And
say
so when
that
you go,
from an analytics perspective, one of the concerns that I have is that you're not getting 10% um on your actual engagement. You might be getting 10% on your impressions. Only you.
right. I mean, the engagement definitely is weak. And I know that because when I go back to here, obviously it's my shop. I look at my statistics, I look at my reaching, and then I look at, I can look how each ad is going back. And then I go here to look at my overall let me see,
What ads are you running?
well, I had a few ads running at one point.
Okay, so nothing currently.
Well, they just stopped literally because I was,
Got it.
financials. I was running this ad, I ran this one, had this one running. I sort of had like 4 or 5 ads running. Got a lot of views details, click-throughs, message conversations. So
Where did the clicks go?
the clicks went website visits. They went to the website to purchase the
Got it.
product, which is what I want, basically.
Right.
Because if I'm advertising a product, you want to take it to obviously where it's going. And it showed me, obviously the times 80. I mean, I got some traffic, man, no doubt.
Right.
But
Right.
Negroes didn't buy nothing. That's the problem. So
Right.
that sort of threw me off a little bit.
Well,
And
it's
so,
probably your first touch point with your brand.
and right. And then basically this is me, the designer, which is Giacomo Tomasi, and here's Pamphas, you know, the basically the page itself. So everything is built off of here, and I run all my shops, my analytics. As you can see, the shops, they're connected together. Where is it at? And no, wrong one.
So you have a separate Facebook account for
Yeah,
Pampa and a separate
this
one
is
for
Pam.
you, the designer.
This is see, it's Pamphlet right here. You see that?
Yep.
All right, and this is me.
Got it. Okay.
All right, and so basically, all three of these are connected, through the overall communication. And then if you go here, this is my website, and
Yep.
it's. Have you seen this yet?
Oh yeah. It's still up on. It's still a tab on my computer.
Oh, okay. Can you
You
hear
know?
me?
Yeah. I'm the tab. I love tabs. I got like 85 tabs open right now.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
I
man.
meant to
So
sign
this
up
is,
for that too because I wanted to see what happens once you sign up.
oh, it works. I actually built all of this. So what happens is when you sign up,
Uh-huh.
it adds to my customer profile
Does it send any
listings.
emails?
Yeah, it'll go to here. You put it in here, and you go to my dashboard, and I can go to my clients. I can go back here to users, and I can identify all the people that have logged in. But this is my admin page, but it's a list of emails.
Yeah.
It's in here somewhere. I can't remember where it's connecting up.
Okay, I see an opportunity there,
Yeah.
which is what I've
This joke
been.
gonna look at my little. This joke gonna look at your visitors, views. It basically adds it in here. I forgot where it actually.
Yeah, because I want to see how
When
many.
a person logs in, it writes it to the database and it gives me a list of users. So I can see the number of users that have joined through the login page.
Okay, are you able to pull up that list?
Not right now because I don't remember where it's at. I've been doing so many things right now. My mind ain't even there.
Got you. I
Oh,
got
here's a all right, here we go. I will go into my mail campaign list. And so yeah, this is where it writes it to. So
creative mail.
basically, like for instance, right here, my mails, this is one of my campaigns I ran, and it went to like 100 recipients. But what I have is I have a list of all the people that log when they log in and they create a contact,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I'm
it
trying
gets
to find.
built out here. Yeah.
I'm trying to
So
find
and
this
it
tab
writes out here, these are all the people that have logged in.
that have logged in. So your website
You
creates
see,
a user profile.
it creates a username, email address, and they subscribed. So there's subscription. They came in through the application.
Okay, and how
So
many can you pull up how many people are in that database?
120.
120.
What? No, it's this. It's 97 right now. Right here, 97 contacts.
So that right there would be one of the main touch points that I would want to focus on is getting those numbers up. Like if we
Well,
can
I got
create.
this. Well, I got something that's going to do that already. I have a mail list of 5,790 more people that I'm gonna be sending like my ads to that I got from a buddy of mine that works for the Fed, and this is a mail list that is for black 500 black men. It's a list that they created for businesses around the United States and primarily black-owned businesses. So I can import all of those as well too, and my campaign to be going out to almost 6,000 people. And they told me that I should get at least 500 people buying product out of that, based on that quantity of people. But they said it would definitely grow. So I have a list of about 6,000 people that I can add in here right now.
So let me ask you, when
And this,
what's holding you back from creating that campaign?
well, right now it's just time. You can only, in this app right here, you can only upload 100 people at a time.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting here looking at my list. If I go to my Google Drive, this is my marketing list right here. So, I mean, dude, this is massive, man. So when I mail out, I can only hit 100 people at a time. So I do about like 100 a day, but dude, I'm doing everything. So it's a lot of work. I mean, I'm managing the site. I developed the site. I mean, it's 5,863.
And that's the
And
list
plus,
that you were, is that the list that you were telling me about with the guy?
yeah, this was
Got it.
from a federal. This the
Got
cat
it.
from the Fed. He gave me this list,
Got it.
and so it's huge. And he's part of 500 black men or five that black man thing.
The
And
100
then the
Black Men of
last,
America.
yeah, yeah. They're a group, and I meet with them, and they talk to me a little bit about stuff, and from a networking perspective. And
So
then this is
dude,
my other app, and then this is obviously Black Wealth Exchange Society.
so
And
from
so
an
I update all of this, create these blogs. And so I got a lot of stuff going on, man, and I manage all of this.
you remind me
So
of Layla.
I'm managing PAMFA,
Yep.
Black Wealth Exchange Society, and you see who on here, boom, boom, boom. And
Hmm.
so, and then I manage it, then I go to PAMFA, then I hit my marketing, and then I do my social media on IG. Then I go here, and I manage that. And pretty much that's the premise, man, right there.
Oh yeah, no, you remind me a lot of Layla, man. Like you guys are almost like identical from a standpoint of how you guys manage everything, and you have all these different assets that are structured and they're all cohesive, but you just need a team. And so
Literally,
I
I already know
literally,
that's. I literally know that is definitely my problem, man. Where your screen at? What is what is nigga? At? You there?
yeah, you can't see me.
Hold on, I must have locked you. You in somewhere? You oh there you are over here. I think yeah there you are. Oh yeah. So yeah, I already know that, man. Mine is all about a team, man. I done built the structure. That's what I've been praying and telling God, as a whole. I just need a real group of people that I can trust. I mean, Layla should bring her behind over here and start working for me and make things pop. I mean, it makes some money, but the problem is straight out. Um, People be expecting that money up front, man, and that's the problem. That ain't gonna happen because we got to grow the brand. I mean, I have the products right behind me right now. This is my sneakers. These jokers done, man. I mean, this is solid, baby. This is material. I have it in my hand. You see that?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and now I'm just placing my order. And then you want to talk about the hoodies.
Yep.
I mean, the denim, the designer shirts, the signature collection, and then I got all this other stuff that I'm working on. So the platform is there. The content is here. Definitely a team.
So
That's the
now I got
problem.
another question for you. How willing are you to like let go of some of the reins and let somebody come in and try some different stuff? Because for me, the way I see it, I would want to just jump in and test out your database first. I would just, hey, because that's going to be the quickest thing to generate revenue is for us to create a campaign through email.
Yeah, I've already done that. I did that with
So
the
that
first
6,000
100.
list,
With the first 100, I ain't
right,
sending out to 6,000 people yet. I
right.
mean, that's what I was testing, and I got a lot of feedback. That's how the list grew. That's how I got all those click throughs. I was watching it, and I watched it for about a week. I created the ad, and then I mailed it out to the 100, and then I went to the analytics,
Are
and
you
I
able to pull
timed
up
it.
that ad again that you sent out, that email?
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, there it is. My campaign. You want to look at the campaign?
Yeah, I want to actually see the actual creative that went out.
Yeah. This joker, boy, you getting nosy now, boy. You all up in my tater sauce.
I'm trying to make sure that that I can do the things that I'm saying that I could do.
This is the campaign.
I mean, it looks like a clean email. It looks good. So this is an email or this is a landing page?
This is literally an email. I sent this
Got it.
out. I created all of this.
Looks
I
good, man.
created it. I put all this in here. I put the advertisement, the link to my website, the one view, and then I went back in here and I monitored what it did.
Wait,
It
go back.
reached.
Yep. Scroll down. So if somebody wanted, okay, buy now. So when somebody clicked there, where did that take them?
Boom,
And
right here.
how many clicks did you get right there on that?
I didn't go look at that. I'd have to go back in here and see where it clicked through to get to here. I'd have to go back to
Okay,
it's
you
got
got zero
recipients.
clicks.
in the last 30 days. I sent this out a while ago.
Got it. Can you
This
can you
went
drop
out.
that down?
No, not this. It went out July.
So if we scroll, we can't get no actual click.
Oh, I can go to the dashboard and get some.
Because it's still saying 0% on that other page.
Yeah, it wants me to upgrade. That's why.
I see. So it's
So it
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
give you
give me
that.
a.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could pay for it, but right now I ain't finna pay for nothing like that, man. I mean, let me finish building things out.
What do you feel like needs to get built out more?
Well, number one, I need to build on the number one, I need to build on the I want to see if this thing. No, it's not. Number one, I need to build on getting my list out here. I have to pay for my sneakers. That's huge right now. I really need to get these sneakers paid for. And then from there, I mean, I'm good to go. I mean, I can focus on what I'm trying to do from a building the team perspective, because that's my biggest concern right now. Building a team that's going to support and it's going to make this thing happen. That's the key, because I have everything else
What
and
do
I
you want?
got a great foundation. I think definitely someone could come in and help grow it immensely, no doubt about it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what is it that you like? What would be your campaign goals, or what would be your goals with the team? What would your expectations be?
Number one, the first thing would be to set up uh, a repetitive, growing marketing strategy that is going to generate revenue and visibility to the brand. We have to grow the brand. We have to grow trust for the brand. People have to know that it's a brand that you can trust, a brand that people want to be a part of. And I think that's the most important thing, because if I can't get people liking us and following us on social media, it's going to be an initial investment to grow that. But I got product. This is over 15, $20,000 worth of product behind me. And and so growing, developing a marketing plan for the brand that obviously is going to evolve probably every 30 days, but there's a baseline of how we build, what the tool set is, what the marketing sequences are, how are we marketing with ads, how are we marketing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the various platforms, and then just establishing that process to make it repetitive, and then we can grow on it from there, and then we can monitor it and track it for its effectiveness. And if it's not effective, that's something that we need to redevelop or look at what works and what doesn't work. What doesn't work, we need to do two things. We need to know why, and then we need to reinvent it, because I want to know why so I don't repeat that.
So, what would be the key performance indicators that would signify growth?
Money,
So, money in, money out.
money in. Money in has to definitely surpass money out, because we cannot be a business without money in surpassing that. We have to be able to show that we're growing the customer base and we're making money, honestly, to be, all joking to put to aside. We have to have a legitimate marketing campaign that is growing our customer base as well as making money. Because without making money, we can't do what we're doing, bro. I don't have an endless pocket. That's just the business has to pay for this, not me.
So, what type of revenues?
It
I
depends
know
on our
last.
marketing campaign.
I mean,
It
last time
depends
we.
on it depends on our marketing campaign, and it depends on how many people we have that we're paying,
No,
period.
no, 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 no. Last time we talked, we said a goal would be 500,000 in sales revenue.
Oh yeah, I mean within a year, yeah, definitely. I
So that would
thought
be
you was
like a
gonna say
12 month or a 6 month. or
That'll
4
be
months?
12 months. We can do that in 12 months. So that's just 50,000 a month, man, which breaks down to close to 12,000 a week, which is well within range.
Okay.
But I know I mean that's a big boy brand at that level. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, 200 or 250,000 would be okay, but I want to be at that big boy level right now. So if we averaging, if I did $1,000 a week, that would pay for the brand, and that would definitely pay for the marketing, but it would make me massively profitable. It would give us a platform to grow on. $1,000 a week would be a legitimate platform to grow on, because I could allocate a certain percentage of that toward marketing, but we ain't gonna have a whole lot of employees with $1,000 a week.
but that would be up from where it's at now.
Yeah, I did 1,500 the first 2 weeks when I just told people about my sneakers. Couple pre-sales, 3 hoodies, and it just died because now I just got to get back out there and do it again.
So
And
when
I've
you
been
ran the
marketing.
campaign, that's when you
When I ran
started.
that campaign, man, I was on social media, sent it out to 100 people, posting on Instagram, Facebook, got a lot of buzz popping. But I was one person doing all this, man. Imagine if I had a team that was doing this constantly. I wouldn't be able to keep this product in this room. I would be back ordered right now. And that's where I want to be.
That was my next question. Let's say that you sold out everything and you needed to replenish, and
I can do it instantly. My manufacturer's in
Okay.
LA.
Okay.
I can drive over there. I got different colors I'm ready for right now. I'm ready to do my sweatpants, my shorts, and I have 100 designer t-shirts that I haven't even put out on the market yet.
So, okay, because if so, say we were gearing up to run a campaign around me traveling out there to you, and then you said something about going to LA. Will we be able to go to the manufacturers?
Yeah, we may do all that if it's necessary. I mean,
Oh, it would be
from a
great
finance,
content. Great content.
well, it'd be great content, but it's got to be financially beneficial too. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So my question for you is, you understand CAC or CPA, cost per
Yeah,
acquisition.
yeah.
Where do
But
you?
for me, it's like going to the club. If I ain't gonna pull no woman out of there, or if I ain't finna, meet somebody, it's gotta be a return on my investment. My ROI is the number one down objective that I have to have in anything, even in relationship. You have to have an ROI. Most people that don't function on an ROI are poor people. I'm just saying, if they're spending and they're not getting a return on what they're spending, and that's a problem. That's why
So,
they're poor.
so where would you want to? I mean, realistically, where are you okay being from a cost per acquisition perspective on things right now? Like, let's say you liked everything, we decided to move forward, and I was able to get a campaign up and running. What would be a good cost per acquisition for one customer? Um, and there's a few other numbers that I would need to understand too, like your average order value or the average profit per order. So we kind of need to get into that stuff as well. But well, if
I
just
guess
like off the top of your head, just where would
I
you?
guess I guess there's certain things that I would be willing to disclose at the moment until I can understand what our um what our
Objective.
overhead is going to be, because what I don't want to do is start getting into my profit without understanding the overhead. You and I can get into the details, once we honestly get paperwork signed up and you and I are running for real.
All right, let
You know
me
what I'm
jump into
saying?
this real quick.
You respect what I just said, right?
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I wanted to jump into this real quick. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Which screen do you see?
I see a green. I see your digital
Okay,
playbook. I
got it.
thought it said play. I thought it said Playboy for a minute.
All right, so yeah, let me jump into this for a little bit. So basically, this is my playbook. This is the way that I believe that I could engage you. Um, Now, obviously, with your already pre-built infrastructure, it would need to mold a bit to
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
already have going on.
Right, right. No doubt, no doubt.
So the first thing that I would jump into right here is telling your story. Okay. So obviously, when it comes to telling your story, you have a story. I don't have to overly explain what that means. And I'm going to get deeper into all of this stuff as we move along here as well. So, chapter 2 is going to bring us into building your online customer acquisition machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is you have a lot of the components, and we'll get into the components a little bit later. But I think that they could be connected a little bit different personally. And I utilize some of the software tools that I utilize. I would love to introduce you to them.
Right.
We would save that for another engagement time.
Yeah,
Because
I think you and I got a lot of proprietary information that we don't want to immediately just disclose until we can put something structured together. In all due respect, because for me to start, providing my profit margins and all this stuff and access to my stuff, I trust you, but it's just a fact we need to make sure you and I are linked in as business partners, doing legitimate work together and making profit and money together.
yeah, and you'll see a little bit later here in chapter 3 where it talks about determining your ad budget as to why those numbers are important. And
Okay.
so chapter 4 will take us into us actually launching a video campaign. And then 5 is how we would monitor those results. So
all right, rock and roll.
Simply
Remember,
put,
I gotta go it.
Yep, I'm gonna run through this quick. So basically, in chapter 1, us telling our story is us creating powerful message videos.
Right.
The main thing that I think is the most important, which we discussed on the phone with your son, when we had your son on the phone, was audience selection and creating messaging as well as content that speaks to that directly to that audience. So when it comes to just specifically the video production part, we would have pre-production meetings where we go through script writing, we talk about locations, storyboard treatments, sample videos, which we've already kind of touched on a lot of this stuff already. And then production is us coming up with a film schedule. So that's like, what dates are we going to actually film something? And then post-production is just the part where I'm in the editing room editing the actual footage. And then I've got broken down here some of the different processes that goes into editing. And so with a brand like yours, I would want to look at something that's more of a like, hey, this is what we're gonna do every month. Our goal is to put out X number of videos, X number of photos, because once we start filming, every frame can be an image.
Separate. Right. Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And
agreed.
So really,
but that's what I'm saying. I think the biggest thing for me is content library, and I know that's where you're going as well.
Yep. I was just about to say we have to build a content.
We have to build that. We have to build that portfolio. If we don't have a portfolio that we're pulling from, we're creating as we go. So we would have to look at, number one, from a marketing perspective. If we're going to do that, I need to definitely have a budget to say how much money do I have to make such and such, and then we'll know how deep we can go into content. Because that's my biggest concern right now. Getting this $8,000 to the sneaker brand and then knocking out a few things and then being able to run this campaign to build this portfolio of content. And then we have a structured deck that we can now build the structure around, because we have a deck now, from videos to photos to, we got the content. And it's not just video, it's everything that you're talking about.
Absolutely.
The interviews. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep running my mouth, but go ahead.
No, you're good, man. I'm just gonna fly through this because it's not long. But this is the piece that we were talking to earlier about. You already have a lot of this stuff pre-built.
Right.
And in your industry, because you're e-commerce, you don't have a particular sales meeting. So if you look at the components down here, with building out landing page that have video commercials on them, I know you're going to be heavily involved in the appearance of those pages. And so really the main thing that we would just focus on those pages on my end would be the actual copy that's on the page as far as what's written. and then the
Mhm.
video content, obviously.
Right, right.
And so
No, I'm good with that.
the other key is the email autoresponders.
Oh,
And so
agreed.
I signed up um for your campaign, and let me check see if I got an email from you.
Yeah, you should have got an email response because I set that up. Uh,
I don't see anything in here.
yeah. Oh,
Yep,
there's definitely an auto response setup. I just have to look at yeah, because I remember playing with that. I actually ran that. But I mean that's cool because I tested it and I had a response for myself.
it didn't go to
But it
spam.
is,
So that's just an example right now of one of the things
yeah,
that
that's cool.
from a quality of assurance perspective, like that would be my role to come in and make sure certain key things like that are on
No
point
doubt.
and those are consistent right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Yep, I'm good with that.
And then as far as like your online ads, with your approval, of course, we would create a lot of different ad groups. And so each ad group would probably have like 5 different pieces of creative, and
Right.
which from my experience, that's generally how you want to set it up, because we're testing in the first phases of this, we're testing. But the key is we want to get that data from Google and from Facebook so that and we want the algorithms to start learning what actions are triggering the conversions that we're telling it that we want. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so once we're
Definitely.
able to actually get those actions once we're actually able to get the algorithms to learn based on the actions that the customers are actually taking, that's when we'll be able to really know how to dial in our message and our content into what audiences based on those responses.
Right. Well, and also we could utilize the Google Analytics that I have set up that tells you the profiles of the people that are even like my ads and my
Absolutely.
stuff, and
Absolutely.
my range is literally from freaking 16 to freaking 55. And
Which will
then I
make
look at
the
my
targeting, it'll make the
then I look
targeting that much more accurate. So we should be
right, but
able to
then I
see
look
tremendous
specifically
results.
at my demographics. Yes, my demographics, I can get down to the highest percentage of my demographics. I can tell you specifically, the number of people between 18 and 26, male and female, and in what state they're in.
Okay, good. Now, because I would
So I
want
have,
to, I would want to dial it down state by state too, and that's where the
yeah,
influencer marketing program comes in. That I would want to also really launch with this because you have a physical product, and so part of that would be, hey, who are the influencers that we can actually send this product to that'll rep the
hmm
brand in exchange for the clothing, and exchange for the publishing, and us being able to create campaigns around what they're doing. And so us
right.
sending out messages to particular influencers to see, who we can get on board at the cheapest cost, obviously, but for
Yeah,
the
I
highest
mean, yeah,
value, for the highest return too. You know what I'm saying? And so,
yeah, and I think that dealing with people like that, I think is definitely that's almost a give and take too, because we really don't know if we're gonna get that level of return based off of the
correct,
person,
correct,
so that's a gamble to some point. But I
correct.
would say that yes, that's what that whole campaign is all about. I mean,
So
building that.
if you jump over here and take a look at what I have over here, this is why I was talking about your numbers, because if we and you could play this equation in your head, all right?
Hmm.
Because you know the cost of goods sold, you know your average order value, you know your average order profit. So from there, we would figure out, okay, what is a good target cost per acquisition for our ad program, and then say, okay, so Dewan, the goal for right now, our first goal is 100 new customers or 100 new sales. or 100 new customers that actually purchase. So if we take that number and we just do the math backwards, then we are able to create a target budget for us to start with and test and see if we come in above or under budget. The goal being to come under budget. So in your mind, you're
Well,
like, okay, I want to sell my average order
well, no,
value.
I actually have all this written in my business plan. Actually,
Okay.
I have a like 150-page business plan that I wrote that laid out my competition, my profit and loss statements, overall revenue projections. So this definitely is good. I mean, this number one minus two is where we're at, period. Average order profit, and then what are the factors that impact the average order profit from the value of the product to marketing to overhead and
Well, see, that would be part of what my engagement with you would be designed to create is a situation where we're able to take a budget. So say we want 100 new customers and your average order value, let's just say is $100, right? So 100 times 100, what's that? 10,000. So
mm,
say that 10,000, you want 100 customers, you know that your profit's going to be $10,000 based on this equation. And so you want to say that you want to run a campaign where your CPA average is 50 cents on the dollar, hypothetically speaking, right? So then we would set that budget at $5,000. We would run a campaign to it and monitor the campaign results. Now, at the
right,
beginning of the campaign, we'll be able to know if we're on target to hit that goal before you ever spend the whole $5,000.
right. Well,
Before,
definitely, and I think that even determining that 5 grand, there's a lot of other um, profit and loss mitigating factors that would dictate what we would determine as a um,
what do you mean?
marketing budget, such as packaging, shipping. All of that goes into the profit because if my sneakers sell at 240, I still have to package them. I still have to ship it. A lot of that, I put some of that in the overall cost of the sneaker, but my manufacturing literally is about $150 a pair of sneakers. And then when I go into, because of the quantity right now, and then when I go into, packaging and then shipping, I'm already at freaking almost about $60 just profit per the sneakers. So I would only be able to allocate somewhere around freaking $20 per pair for marketing if I broke down the sneakers. Then I look at the quantity of sneakers, and then I would dictate and say, now I know what my real profit is, and that's not even my profit in paying the marketing people.
Well,
You
okay, so
see,
that's where the marketing sophistication comes in. And what I mean by that is like, okay, say that the $20 is the average order profit on the sneakers, right? So you take that, you say you want 100 new sales, and so that's what, $2,000. That would be set
yeah.
as the marketing budget for those 100 sneakers.
So
Now,
basically, there's no profit
for who?
for the brand.
I thought it was the $2,000 on the 100 pair of sneakers
No,
at,
right. It's two
at
thousand on
$20
100.
a unit.
Right, but I'm saying, yeah, okay, no, 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 you straight, okay, yeah, yeah. So we'd be still,
You're
yeah, because
still
I'm saying that
profitable.
it'll be between 60 and $100 profit per sneaker. Right, okay,
Oh, you're
and
saying
$20.
60 and 100. I'm saying 20.
No, I'm saying for the old profit for the sneaker itself, $20 of that will be allocated toward the marketing, which would be 2,000.
No, no, no. Okay.
Because
So what I'm doing right here is I'm saying that let's just say that your cost per acquisition, or I'm sorry, your average order profit is $20.
right,
That was what I was speaking from.
right.
But if it's
But
more
I'm
than
trying
that,
to
then
say
that's
then,
fine.
right, but I'm trying to say is this: if my order profit was $20 per pair of sneakers, what kind of businessman would allocate 100% of his profit to marketing? You make no profit on that product, none.
No,
That's what
okay.
a business is about, profit.
No. I understand what you're saying, but right now we're just doing hypothetical situation. And what I'm saying, I'm just trying to give you a
No,
way.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm trying to
I
give
just
you
don't like
scenarios so I can show you how we determine what a good
okay.
starting budget would be. And
No, I'm
so,
good. I just don't like hypotheticals where I ain't winning.
no, I understand, but let's just pretend like $20 is what you wanted to, like you're winning on $20, because we're not thinking about all the other things right now. We're just looking at the number. The $20 per unit is the profit. So, from a campaign perspective, we know that if our goal is 100 new customers, then that's a total profit of $2,000, right? So in order for the campaign to be profitable, that means that we will need to spend less than that.
No doubt. No
Okay.
doubt. And that's what
So
that's what I gave you. Actually, I was saying 60 to 100. If no, I'm completely with you on that. If I allocated $20 and I made $100 profit, it don't matter about that 80%. We're going to spend 20%, which is $2,000. We're still saying that our goal is to hit under $2,000, but we know our budget is $2,000 because we got that $20, period.
well, where I was going with that was you want to take your as long yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you're saying. As long as your cost per acquisition is less than your average order profit, meaning
Exactly.
in this scenario, if we're spending $5 to make that $20, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if we're spending $5 to make that $20, then we can do that rinse and repeat.
We're
Based,
saying the same thing, man.
okay, Roger that.
We're saying the same thing.
So, but yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. You're like, you're analyzing your business and like you're like, if I was only making $20, I'd be in bad shape. So I definitely
You know,
understand.
the problem is that if I'm only making $20 and I allocate that whole $20 to a campaign, that's an idiot. Because I mean, I can do whatever, but I can't even go buy new product because I'm just reproducing the 100 sneakers. I'm not reproducing 200 next time because I don't have any turnaround money. I put it all on my marketing campaign, which could generate 1,000 more sales. But please remember, everything we do, man, is at a cost. It is not guaranteed.
But this is the reason why knowing the actual numbers will work a lot better in this scenario. But because
Well, knowing the actual numbers, we can move the screen now because I got to get stepping in a minute, man.
yeah, I only got what? That's it. But all right.
So, because I got somebody waiting for me, man. I got to go to dinner, and I told them that I would be there at 6, and I got at least a 20-minute ride to get there, and so it's gonna be
I got you.
definitely past that. But we could finish on the phone while I'm driving. What I was saying,
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
could put my heads, I could put my headset on, and I could call you, and then I could just go, and then we could talk while I'm on the phone.
Okay, no problem. I'm just trying to stop screen sharing, and I guess we'll go ahead and end the Zoom now, and then we could jump on the phone. Just give me a call whenever you're set.
I'll give you a call in a few minutes. Let me just change up my clothes, and I hit you up as soon as I get ready to go on my.
Yeah,
We'll
whenever
be
you're
back.
set. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
but I want to say this real quick. I understood what you were saying, man, with the $20. I'm cool. You're saying with the 20, our goal is to use that, but we want to hit under that. What I was just looking at the whole picture. I look at my product with marketing as one component that impacts the overhead and the overall profit. Where is the money allocated based off of what I'm making off of this product? Well, because starting up, I don't have a marketing budget just set in a bucket sitting there because this is my money. The product has to start making money so we can do exactly what we're saying. But I'm going to obviously allocate funds up front in a minute to get that thing going. But that's the revenue generator for us to have the budget. So for me, holistically, if I got $100 profit, I'm looking at now per sneaker is $100 a head. Got 50 pair. That's 5,000 I'm looking at. So now, what do I want to try to allocate to that to a marketing perspective? Because now I have to go re-up the product. I made my money back, but I made 5,000 extra. Now I need to allocate because I have a bucket of profit. What do I think is worth investing in marketing to get us there? Now we get back to what we said, that $20. I have $2,000 because I have to use the rest of that money for other stuff. We don't even account for it. It ain't even there. We only got the $20 like we talked about, basically.
So what it sounds like to me is like, so we would be like, okay, let's start with $1,000 and see what type of results we can generate.
Let's grow. Let's grow it. But I'm telling you, it's gonna grow fast.
And then maybe there's an opportunity for us to say, hey, if we hit this target, then we can have a situation where there's a payout or kickback or something like that.
No doubt. Because if we hit this target, the target gonna generate revenue. That's the whole goal. If that target generate more revenue, we gonna make money, period.
Right.
But if it don't, I can't keep coming out my pocket personally. The business may be able to reap that loss, but as individuals, we shouldn't do that. That's why rich people don't lose money personally. A business does. And then it can write that off. See, the problem is that we don't have that corporate big business mentality because we don't understand the structure. And for me, I do understand the structure. I don't lose nothing ever. The company can, not me. And that's where we build money and we're able to establish trust, Roth IRAs. I mean, we're able to have investments because it never hits me. If the IRS hit, it don't hit me, it hits the company. Right. So from marketing, yeah, man, we start with a budget and say we grow from there and say, okay, this thing needs to make a certain amount. Does that, boom, there's some kickbacks, throw the rest into the business. We keep it rolling. Now we got another budget. We got twice the budget now. And we can do the same thing. I mean, and then we get to a point to say, hey, man, it's too big. Let's just start saying, let's just cut a business check. This is a business now. The business has reached a point. I mean, we can still, from a sales, if we're the only two doing the sales, we can still get the bonuses, the kickbacks, and all that other good stuff. But now you need to restructure because the bigger pot you're making, you ain't gonna be just giving a nigga $1 million check because you made $2 million. That ain't how business works. So we'll get there to a point to where now it's partnership. It's bonuses, not kickbacks. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother level. So, but we've said a lot in a short period.
Go ahead. Go ahead and handle your business and just hit me back when you're ready.
All right. You look like you got discouraged when I said all that.
Discouraged from what?
I don't know, man. Just looking at your face, boy.
No, what my mind is calculating is I'm thinking about how we'll be able to get started, because in my mind,
it's gonna come out my pocket. It's gonna come out my pocket.
There's gotta be a seed money. There's gotta be.
I already know that. It's gonna come out my pocket.
Right.
Like I told you, I just gotta get this. I gotta get these people $4,200 real quick. When I get them their money, then I'm gonna look at it and say, okay, I got $2,000 here. I can fly this nigga here. I can talk to my son here. I gotta reorganize that because right now the money has to be allocated, or I have no product.
No, I understand.
That's where we're at right now. As soon as we get past that little hurdle, because my stock's kicking up again, I already got my money here, and I'm, it's just aligning the picture right now. So we'll be there probably in the next 30 days, maybe less. Just got to get things organized. But we're building this campaign now. I mean, I could kick out a few dollars to you just for what you're doing to help get us going, but I mean, you ain't gonna get rich.
Well, no, I mean, that's what I was. So I had to go through and ask myself, like, what do I want? What am I willing to do it for? And so when you call me back, we'll talk about that.
All right, I hit you back.
Yes, sir.
All right, later.
Yep.